Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Eritrea. Hello, everybody. We are now to begin the hottest historical heroic roads of the Eritrean people. And the main reasons that led the Eritrean people to declare the armed struggle. In fact, here I would like not only to thank to praise and draw out the gratitude of the Eritrean people to the courses of the political struggle led by our fathers. For example, before the total disappearance of the Italian colonialism, there appeared in the Eritrean lowlands the Tigray movement. Yeah, Tigray is almost the largest and biggest language of Eritrea. Almost two-thirds of the Eritrean people talk this language. But what was the Tigray movement? It was the farmers' movement against the feudals who were the owners of large lands. Then this movement, before achieving its main goals and before being well constructed to continue its struggle, the Second World War and the Italian laws in that very war, including the separation, total separation of the Eritrean askar from the Italian army, due to the fascist actions led by Mussolini against, not only against Ethiopia, but beginning from Eritrea and the displacement of Askari. Therefore, that movement was led at last by Sheikh Ibrahim Sultan. In the other direction, in the Eritrean highlands, though there were not clear political movements, in a Kolgdai, particularly in Saganese and Rawan, the Rastam family had a big role in the struggle for Eritrea's liberation. The same thing in northern Kolgdai, the family of Nasser Pasha did the role. And this was the reflection of the struggle led by Kibjire. At the same time, the lowland people who were living in the capital Asmara created another association under the name of the Club of the Two Provinces, the Eastern and Western province. Eastern, Dangalia and Samar, Western, Sahel, Barka, and Bagos. But the numerous intrigues of the British to divert and distort the Eritrean people's need made the arrival of the so-called federation fast. Though the federation was not the only aspect or need of the Eritrean people were eager to dismantle their liberty, their full liberation, but temporarily they had their own government, and here the tricks of the British, the total interference of Ethiopia violating the acts of that confederation slowed the political movement of the Eritreans. And here the sons who accepted to run every morning and everywhere for study, that means students, activated the political motor of the Eritrean. And the creation of the Eritrean liberation movement made it easier for the continuous struggle of the Eritrean people. And as far as certain practical heritages that the Eritreans heredited from the Italians, we find football, sport was important for recruiting the population. As such, the Premier League of Eritrea, though consisted of so many teams, there were three important football teams in that arena, particularly the Adulis and Zula. And here, using my name and the name of all my comrades, I want to thank profoundly the Libby family. The Libby family, particularly Kazaibi and his brothers, made part of the Adulis team, but at the same time they made greatest part in infiltrating the political needs of the Eritrean people. So the Eritrean liberation movement found that fertile land to continue its struggle. All this was not enough to stop the Eritrean invasion, the Ethiopian invasion against Eritrea, but with the hand of Eritreans. There was not any Ethiopian regular army in Eritrea. But the agents of Haile Selassie to dismiss Eritrea from being violating the accord and the regulation of the United Nations, cancelled the Eritrean government and not promised but affirmed that the members of the Eritrean parliament of the Deboga will have their own salary forever. Not only this movement, but the police at that moment was beginning to be bigger and bigger under the guide of a personality known as تدلع بيت was promoted as general. This particular personality destroyed the basis of the Eritrean liberation movement and began furious. Imagine the last meeting of the Eritrean Assembly, he entered in that parliament having in his hand a machine gun, terrorizing members of the Eritrean parliament, senators elected by the Eritrean people. At the same time, this particular personality played a great role in accepting Haile Selassie after the Ethiopian armies move of the two brothers, Mengistu Nawai and Haile Nawai, when revolted Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie was outside of Ethiopia. And he returned to Eritrea and accepted by Tadla Uqbit. And Haile Selassie considered Tadla Uqbit as his son. With all these disasters came all of a sudden the declaration of the greatest historical leader of Eritrea, Hamid Idris Awadi, on the 1st of September 1961, declared the Eritrean People's Army to struggle. Awadi was clear from the beginning. Awadi in that message said, "We are the beginners and our sons will continue unless Eritrea becomes free." The name Eritrean Liberation Front came out لا perché ha toccato qui.